About Dr. Spellmaster's writing, first off, she emphasized the racism of the government against the First Nation people by pointing out how their lives have been heavily affected by brutal colonization and genocide until this day. Specifically, they didn't have equal access to schools, hospitals, entrance, bus seats, and even water fountains. More indigenous women and girls are kidnapped, raped, tortured, murdered, and so are indigenous children in foster care. People get daily discrimination and marginalization for being in a minority group, for the color of their skin, for their tradition and culture, for their homeland that has been taken by the colonizer. All of these have been described as a Canadian national crisis and a Canadian genocide. Still, no action has been taken to tackle this issue. No Indigenous voice have been heard or fully heard, or simply they ignored. To prove her statement, she gives out an example of Harvard's conservatives and the current Prime Minister of Canada, Justin Trudeau, which leads to her second key point, condemning the authority. Harper's Conservatives was one of the most racist and aggressive governments against the First Nation people, using the media as a weapon. And in 2015, while a large number of the Indigenous people voted for Justin Trudeau, he politely betrayed the Native people, making the same move as what the past government has done. From this article, she wants people to focus on making things right with Indigenous people, which is what Indigenous people value. They want to be accepted, acknowledged with basic equal human rights that everybody deserves, and take back what's inherently a part of their tradition. Dr. Palmister wants us to understand how they still suffer from this systemic racism that even starts from the government, which breaks a red flag that they cannot have more trust in the authority, and for that, their vote makes no difference. I think the subject that the Dr. Palmister is trying to target is us as real helpers with the right to self-governance and self-determination, to take back Indigenous human rights, since we can no longer rely on the government's help, but only pressure, condemn them with protests, public pressure, litigation. That is what a community should do. Regarding individuals like me, it all starts from donation. There are many Canadian charities and organizations serving and supporting the Indigenous people out there that need financial assistance to help them survive. And instead of joining, and not only can we listen, we can start participating in Indigenous festivals, events, podcasts, or volunteering in projects, organization. Even small action counts, and it's better than nothing.